Hi guys, this is Gina and welcome to a new video. So today is a very special video idea that I got during my stay in Palma de Mallorca because I'm currently doing an internship here and I'm staying in a clinic, but the problem was we do have a kitchen, but the kitchen is quite creepy and I didn't want to spend all day being in that kitchen and making food. So I also didn't always want to go into the kitchen to just like make a tea or something because I'm on the 4th floor and the kitchen is on the 1st floor and I was just basically lazy. So what I did was I got a water kettle. That's what it looks like, and it was only 15 euros, which was an amazing price. And I thought, okay, I can make my own tea now. And I also tried to think about some recipes I could do with this water kettle, and that was when I got a new video idea, which is basically this video. This will be all about what you could do using only a water kettle. So without further ado, let's get started. So first we're gonna make this delicious gnocchi salad, and the best thing about it is that you can add whatever vegetables you like. The first thing we're gonna need are these vegan gnocchis that I found at the store, some tomatoes, chickpeas. I also added these green beans and some lettuce, and also add this cucumber left. And then lastly these capers. And I also added some tofu. And then for the sauce, I used this vegan pesto that I found at the store, as well as some hummus. And then I also used this gluten-free soy sauce, a little bit of liquid sweetener, this one is date syrup. And then for toppings, I used sesame seeds and chili flakes. And then next we have to fill up our water kettle, and I fill it up until the line that I'm showing in the video, which is around 500 milliliters. We also need a container. I used this one, but you can use whatever container you have. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fill our gnocchi into our container, and as you can probably see in the video, I was kind of struggling doing that. I then added some salt to the gnocchis. And then just pour your boiling water over your gnocchis. Stir around, and then lastly cover with the lid. And just let it sit on a side for around 5 minutes. Then crumble some tofu, and if you don't like tofu, you can just totally skip this step. Next, I'm adding around 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And then give that a good stir so that all of the tofu is covered. We're now making the sauce, and just add around a teaspoon of pesto, a teaspoon of hummus, a little bit of liquid sweetener, some chili flakes, and salt into a bowl. And then I also added the sesame seeds. Now just give that a good stir to combine all of the ingredients. I also added a little bit of water because my sauce was a little too thick, And unfortunately I added too much, so it became quite runny. Therefore, I would recommend to add a little less water than I did. Your gnocchi should be ready after around 5 minutes, and the next step is to just drain them. Now you can add your gnocchis into your bowl, as well as the tofu and also the other vegetables. Lastly, give your sauce a good mix and drizzle that over your salad, and then mix everything together and you're basically ready. So I'm actually gonna try the salad now. I think it's not the best looking, but I hope it tastes good. So let's do a taste test right now. It was really good. I like that it's not so overpowering in flavor, but still has like this very decent taste to it. Yeah, that's very, very good. I really like it. The next recipe is my favorite recipe, and it is this miso rice noodle soup. And to make that, we will be needing miso paste, some soy sauce, and then this is optional, but I also added some peanut butter, these rice noodles, some dried soy strips, I think that's what they're called, and some peas. And as a topping, I also added my chili flakes and sesame seeds again. Then we have to bring our water to a boil, and I also added 500 milliliters for this recipe. I added around a teaspoon of the miso paste, and then 2 teaspoons of the peanut butter. Then you can add your rice noodles, but make sure your bowl is big enough so that you can still pour over some water. And I then added around a handful of soy strips and my peas as well. I also drizzled over a little bit of soy sauce and then poured in the water. Now give that a little stir and let it sit for around 5 minutes so that the rice noodles and the soy can soak. And here you have your delicious rice noodle miso soup. This one is probably one of my favorite recipes out of the series, and you really need to try this. It's so good. The last recipe is this super simple wrap filled with couscous and vegetables, and it's also super delicious. First, I added my couscous into my container, and I basically just eyeballed the amount. I can't really tell you how much I added. Then I crumbled this vegetable broth, but you can simply use the powdered version. I just didn't have that. Pour over your boiling water, give it a good stir and cover with a lid and let it sit for around 5 to 10 minutes until the couscous has soaked in all of the water. As a spread, I used this hummus again. The vegetables are pretty much the same that I used for the gnocchi salad, and then here I'm showing how to roll the wrap correctly. It can be a little bit tricky, but I'm sure you will be able to do it. So I really hope that this video is maybe helpful to some of you, especially if you're traveling like me as well, or if you're just like a student and you don't have an oven or a microwave and can just afford this 15 euro water kettle. If you want, you can like this video and leave a comment which of the recipes you liked most. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.